Hello, welcome to a new series starting a Jets franchise. And I actually started this franchise week 13 of last year, 2017 season. So basically, got a new head coach. Todd Bowles fired. John McCarthy takes over as head coach. From week 13, he takes the Jets to a 2-3 season the rest of the way, bringing the Jets to overall 6-10. Okay, so you guys won't get to see those games, but we're starting it up right with a new season. I'm going to show you everything that happened so far, recap the preseason, and show you all the league differences. So first I gotta show you the free agents that went in and out. So the free agents that went out, most notably Buster Screen, Jeremy Curley, Josh McCown, the quarterback. Those are the most notable that I can think of off the top of my head. And the free agent that came in, we signed Jay Cutler as our new quarterback. It was a toss-up between Jay Cutler and bringing back Josh McCown, which Josh McCown voiced that he did not want to come back. That's why he denied our offers early in the season when we tried to re-sign him. So we signed Jay Cutler, the next best cheap thing. Only went for $7 million. Then we signed LeGarrette Blount. He's going to be our starting running back, 86 overall. And Quincy Enunwa we get back from injury. On the defensive side, we didn't sign anybody off free agency, but we did make a trade. We traded away Matt Forte, so now no Matt Forte. We got Powell and McGuire backing up Blount. So we traded away Matt Forte and a second-round pick for Rashawn Melvin, who's going to be our cornerback number 1. That was with the Colts. Now, what else we did? We changed Wilkerson from a right end to a D tackle. Actually raised his overall from an 84 to an 89 because I wanted to get Coney Ely a starting job because he deserved it. Leonard Williams, obviously good at the other left end. Now to our draft picks. First overall, we had the 8th pick. We picked Josh LeBlanc, 85 overall now. Started at 83 as superstar dev trait, so he progressed so fast. Right outside the linebacker, Penn State. Then our second pick, I'm not sure, but I'm just going to show you all my picks. Free safety Treo Taylor, doing good in the preseason, and then Parrish Palmer. We chose 2 safeties because we really had no backups for it. It was just Marcus May and Jamal Adams, so I wanted to fill those spots. And I don't remember drafting this guy, but apparently I drafted Hunter Kendall. Pressed the wrong button there. Yeah, apparently I drafted Hunter Kendall, but I don't remember it. I could look and see what happened. Second round pick 24. Was that us? I don't remember. I don't think so, but whatever. He's on our team now. I also drafted Sherman Bowe, who got the job over Brandon Shell, who gave up a ton of sacks last year. I also drafted Dawson Dial. He's going to be the backup center for Jonathan Harrison. I think that's all I drafted. Yeah, it's all I drafted. I didn't draft any kickers. I was going to, but I didn't. So now I'm going to explain what happened in the preseason. We won the first 3 games. Tennessee, Green Bay, and Dallas. The last game was a nail-biter. We lost by 1 point to the Kansas City Chiefs, who did have an undefeated preseason record, along with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Patriots, and other notable teams. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to read to you the league differences. I said I compiled a list of the top 20 differences in the league now from last year to this year. And in the background, I'm going to show you some highlights from the preseason. And here we go. We start off the list with a quarterback bench. For the Ravens, Flacco will no longer be the starting QB. He'll be benched for the 14th overall pick, Grant Hardman. And after a brilliant career, Drew Brees retires. He has a lot of passing records for the Saints. Took them to the postseason last year, but now they would have to fill the void. And the Saints do this by trading away their starting running back, Mark Ingram, and a seventh rounder that'll be going to the Colts for quarterback Jacoby Brissett, set to be the Saints starter. Veteran linebacker Brian Cushing of the Houston Texans is traded to the Redskins in return for linebacker Preston Smith and a 6th round pick in next year's draft. Colin Kaepernick will finally get signed by an NFL team once again, and so will Robert Griffin III, both ending up in Seattle to back up Russell Wilson. In Tennessee, DeMarco Murray will become RB number 2. RB number 1 will be Derrick Henry now out of Alabama. He is the third-year guy who took Alabama to a championship, now trying the same in the NFL for Tennessee. Cleveland gets another starting QB. Deshaun Kaiser will get benched, and he'll be benched for Caleb Schaefer, the 33rd pick out of Florida State. The Giants will sign Sam Bradford, and he'll be set as their starter. So that means Manning will be benched once again, except not for Geno Smith, not only against the Raiders, and not with Ben McAdoo as their coach. Ben McAdoo is fired, and then he will be signed by the Bengals, where Marvin Lewis has retired. To fill the void in New York, Demetrius Turner will take over with no head coaching experience. So a new running back for the Washington Redskins. Spencer Ware will sign with them, formerly with Kansas City. Samaje Perine is no longer the starter there. Not much contribution came out of the running backs in Washington other than Chris Thompson. Now to Cincinnati. Joe Mixon will become the starter for them. And so Jeremy Hill will be shipped off to Tampa Bay, and Giovanni Bernard set as a backup. Now going to Tampa Bay. Speaking of Jeremy Hill, he will also be a backup. Tevin Coleman becomes the starter for Tampa Bay, coming over from Atlanta, leaving Freeman as the only real running back option for them. Another running back goes to the Cowboys. That's Doug Martin. So now the depth chart for running backs there will become Elliott, Martin, Morris, and Rod Smith. Another wide receiver goes to Detroit for Matt Stafford. That's going to be Willie Snead from the Saints. So he joins Golden Tate in one of the options there. Another wide receiver picked up off free agency was Danny Amendola. He'll be going off to sunny San Francisco, playing for the 49ers now. Now we go to Pittsburgh, and Luke Wilson was signed over the off-season. So the question was the tight end job. Was it going to be Jesse James or Luke Wilson? And Luke Wilson becomes victorious. He will get the starting job. The Carolina Panthers will sign wide receiver Torrey Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles. That kind of fills the void by trading away Kelvin Benjamin to the Bills, although not on the talent spectrum per se, but on the reliable wide receiver number one. And the Buffalo Bills, who got Kelvin Benjamin, they'll add to the defense. They get a linebacker, Paul Posluszny, the veteran from Jacksonville. The Packers lose their field goal kicker, Mason Crosby, to the 49ers, where Robbie Gould once kicked field goals, and he's going to be the backup now for Crosby. So Packers, that leaves their kicker as Leak, who is a rookie. And Bruce Irvin is part of a trade. He'll go to the New Orleans Saints for David Onyemata and a second rounder. Saints making a lot of deals. And finally, Cleveland has another quarterback, as we mentioned, and now has another head coach. Hugh Jackson is fired, and rookie coach Todd Hoke will take over the helm there. Now to our upcoming 2018 schedule. Here is our schedule for the upcoming 2018 season. We got week 1 against the Texans. I'll be playing shortly, probably next week. It's going to be that video. Then against the Patriots, Broncos, Bills, Dolphins, Packers, Jaguars, Titans, Dolphins. Bye week, week 10. We pick it up against the Vikings, Bills, second match against the Patriots, Bears, Colts, Browns, and Lions. So we get the Dolphins twice before the bye week to wrap up our season meetings with them. Patriots week 2 and week 13. Bills week 4 and week 12. And that's it for the division. Do we have NFC matchups? We got the Packers, who we faced in the preseason. The Vikings, very good team. Made it to the playoffs last year. Colts are in the AFC, and the Bears and Lions, also in the NFC matchups. Okay, pretty good schedule. We can manage. Now, last but certainly not least, I'm going to explain what happened in the playoffs last year. The Super Bowl came down to the Eagles and the Steelers, and the Eagles wound up winning that matchup. They are the reigning Super Bowl champs. Pretty sure Carson Wentz was the Super Bowl MVP. I'm gonna get you, look at that right now. So let's see if he did win it. He didn't win it, but he did get 2017 Best Quarterback, Pro Bowl appearance, and he was drafted first round pick 2 years ago. So we will be back next week facing off against the Texans at home. Hope you see that one. I'll be setting my season goal in that video, going through a little bit of training, and see what we can do from there. Peace.